Hello everyone. So in this video, we'll be discussing about the section 4, which is Achiever section in IMO paper. And as we know that this section has more weightage, each question in this section will carry 3 marks. So we have to focus more on this section. Okay. And in the previous videos, we have discussed the section 2, which is mathematical reasoning, and section 3, which is everyday mathematics. Okay. So you can have a look over there, and I'm solving the paper of 2019 and 20. Okay, you can see here, this is our paper, right? For 2019 to 2020. Here you can see the logical reasoning, the first section, right, which comprises of 15 questions. Then second section is mathematical reasoning. You can see started from 16 to 35. And then the third section, which is everyday mathematics. So section 2 and section 3 we have completed in our previous videos. In this video we'll be solving the achiever sections, right? And it comprises of only 5 questions, but the weightage is more. Each question will carry 3 marks, so we'll be taking each of the questions separately. You can see we will start from question number 46 and we'll solve up to 50. You can see we have solved section 2 here fully in detail, right? And we have also solved section 3. You can see, yeah, everyday mathematics, right? Here we have also solved in detail. Now we will be on section 4, which is achiever section. So let's start. The first question is here. You can see the question is, if a number is divisible by both 3 and 6, then it must be divisible by 18. Okay, so I have given you a hint regarding that. Means for any number, if a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by their product also, right? Means, for example, if we have learned the divisibility rule of 12, we got to know that if a number is divisible by 12, then it is divisible by 3 and 4, right? Then it is divisible by both 3 and 4. Why? Because I can write 12 as 3 into 4. Here you can see 3 and 4 are two co-prime numbers, right? So that's why this definition came. Yeah, this important point you can note, that if a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers like 3 and 4, then it is also divisible by 12. And from there we can derive the uh, uh, divisibility rule of 12, right? But that is very important, that when you are splitting any number into the product of two numbers, both of the numbers must be co-prime. I cannot split like 2 into 6. I cannot say that if a number is divisible by 2 and 6, then it will be also divisible by 12. It is wrong. Why? Because here you can see, when you are just splitting 12 into the product of two numbers, they are not co-prime, right? Their SCF is not 1, their SCF is 2, right? So you have to keep that point in mind, where splitting any number into the product of two numbers, both of the numbers must be co-prime, right? For example, if you want to check the divisibility rule of 15, you can split it into 3 and 5, and you can see if a number is divisible by both 3 and 5, then it is divisible by 15. Why? Because you can see 3 and 5 both are co-prime numbers, right? So now, if the statement you will read for the first statement, if a number is divisible by both 3 and 6, then it is divisible by 18. Okay, we can write 18 as 3 into 6, but this is wrong. Why? We can write, but the divisibility rule of 18 will not be like that, that if it is divisible by 3. Why? Because you can see both of the numbers are not co-prime. Here the SCF of both of the numbers is 3. For co-prime, the SCF must be 1. Okay, so we cannot write like that. For divisibility rule of 18, we have to split it like 2 into 9. Why? Because 2 and 9 both are co-prime, right? Their SCF is 1. So for divisibility rule of 18, it must be that if a number is divisible by both 2 and 9, then it must be divisible by 18, and therefore the statement 1 is wrong. Okay, statement 1 is false. Now we'll read the second statement. What is second statement? If a number is divisible by 11, then the least value of x is 2, right? So we must be aware with the divisibility rule of 11. I can show you. Let me just erase that here. Okay, so this is the divisibility rule of 11, and what is that? It is, if the difference of the sum of the alternate digits of a number is divisible by 11, then the number must be divisible by 11. So you can see our number is 295x4. It is a 5-digit number where one number has been hidden and is renamed as X. So you can see what are the alternate digits here. Alternate means leaving one digit after the other, right? So the alternate digits will be 2, then 5, and then 4. These are the alternate digits. Next alternate digits will be 9 and X. Okay. So you have to find the difference of the sum of the alternate digits. So first find the sum of 2 plus 5 plus 4. Okay. And the sum of the another alternate digits is 9 plus X. Now you have to, if the difference of both of them, right? Now we have to find the difference of both of the sums. And if the difference is divisible by 11, then we will say that number is divisible by. So let's find the difference. It will become 2 plus 5, 7 plus 4, 11. And it will become minus 9 minus X. That is 2 minus X. Now for this number to be divisible by 11, this 2 minus x must be divisible by 11. So the value of 2 minus x will be either 0, 11, and so on. So from there, I can see that the value of 2 minus x could be 0, and for that, the value of x must be 2, right? So the statement true is also true. Statement 2 is true, right? So the correct answer will be statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true. So option D will be our correct answer, right? Let's move to the next question. Here you can see ABCD is a rectangle of dimensions 12 centimeter and 5 centimeter. AEFC is a rectangle. You can see here AEFC is a rectangle drawn in such a way that diagonal AC of the first rectangle is one of its sides and the side opposite to it is touching the first rectangle to D as shown in figure. What is the ratio of the area of the rectangle? It is what is the ratio of the area of the rectangle? This ABCD, ABCD and AEFC, right? So if you will see, I can directly tell the answer that the ratio must be 1 is to 1. Why? Because you can see if I will rotate this rectangle ABCD through at the point A, means I will at the point A, I will hinge it. So when I will freely rotate, then definitely this rectangle is going to just overlap ABCD, means this will fall like here, this will fall like here, and is going to coincide it here and here. So since both are coinciding over each other, both are congruent to each other, so we can directly say that the ratio of their areas will be equal to 1. Okay, one method is that, but we have to solve it in the manner, but I think the calculation will be very long. Let's see what will be the answer. If you will see, it is a right angle, so this angle will be 90. Now in triangle ABC, if you will see, this side AC we can write as 13 centimeter because it is a Pythagorean triplet. 5, 12 and 13 means in any right triangle, if this is 12, this is 5, so this will be equal to 13 by hypotenuse equal to under root of perpendicular square plus base square, Pythagoras theorem. Perpendicular is 12 ka square, base is 5 ka square, so it will be 144 plus 25, that is equal to 169, and that will be equal to 13 centimeter. You can also remember that directly, that these are the Pythagorean triplet, right? And you must be also aware that if you will multiply with any number 2, 3, 4, this pair, then you will get the another Pythagorean triplet. That is very important point. You can keep in mind, you will get questions framed on that. So every time you didn't need to calculate by Pythagoras theorem. Like if you'll multiply by 2, you will get 10, 24 and 26. So this will be the one more Pythagorean. If you'll multiply the whole numbers by 3, you will get again, you will multiply by 4. So you can get different Pythagorean triplet. One more basic Pythagorean triplet is 3, 4, 5. Now you can also form many pairs by multiplying with the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. Okay, that was a different thing. Let's move to the question again. And in the question here it was, we have calculated the value of the AC, which is 13 centimeter. Now you can see AC is a side of a rectangle, right? AC is the length of the rectangle, but to compare the areas of AEFC, we need to find the breadth of the rectangle also. Okay, so how we can find? What we will do, this is 13, and if you will compare, AD will be equal to 5 centimeter, right? AD will be is equal to 5 centimeter. Why? you can see AD is just the side of the breadth of the rectangle ADBC. Okay, and BC is 5, so it will be also 5, and that will be equal to 12 because the length is 12, so DC will also become equal to 12. Now we need to find somehow this length. How we will find? What we can do? If we will, because we know that this length is 13, because AC is 13, so ACEF, yeah, ACEF, yeah, ACFE is a rectangle in which AC is 13, so EF will be also 13. So what I will do, I will try to find this length and this length and will just equate it to 13 centimeter. So let's assume that the breadth of the rectangle is x, right? These will become x. Now you can see in triangle ADE and triangle DCF, both are right triangles, so we can apply the Pythagoras theorem here. Okay, so the first condition we can make in triangle ADBE is that x square plus y square will be equal to 5 ka square, that is 25, right? This is the first Pythagorean I have applied in the triangle ADE. Okay, in triangle ADE. Similarly, in triangle CFD, we can also apply that. If what I have done, I have assumed that length ED as y. Okay, so now you can see this whole length is 13, so it will be definitely 31 minus y df length. Now in triangle CFD, what you can write? X square plus 13 minus y ka square, it will be equal to 12 ka square, which is equal to 144. So this is the second Pythagorean triplet we apply. Now we can see we have two equations, first and second, and two variables x and y. We need to find the values of x and y separately. Okay, so now when you will solve the second equation, you can write x square plus when you will just expand that, a minus b ka whole square, it will become 169 plus y square minus of 26y, it will be equal to 144, right? Now you can see x square plus y square is equal to 25, so I will place here 25. So now you can write 125 plus 169 minus 26y is equal to 144. Now when we will solve 25 plus 169, it will be 194 minus 26y is equal to 144. 26y take that side, 144 take that side, it will be coming as 50 is equal to 26y, and y will be equal to, you can write 25 upon 13. 50 upon 26 is equal to 25 upon 13. We have calculated the value of y. Okay, now if you will put the value of y in the first equation, you will get the value of x. So you can write the value of x square will be equal to 25 minus y square. X square will be equal to 25 minus y square means 25 ka square upon 13 ka square, right? So x will be equal to under root of 25 minus 625 upon 169. That you need to solve, and when you will solve, you will find it as 169 into 25. You can see that how we can solve firstly in fast manner. Minus 625, you can write it as 25 into 25 upon 169. Let's take the common from this, and when you will solve it further, you will find that I am taking common as 25. You will find it as 169 minus 25. Okay, now you can see 169 minus 25 is 144, so you can take the pair as 25 into 144 upon 169. You can write that as 5 ka square and that as 12 chi square, and the below one as 13 chi square. So overall the value of x will be equal to, you can write the value of x as 5 into 12 upon 13, that is 60 upon 13 centimeter will be the breadth of the rectangle. X was the breadth, right? So now for calculating, if you will find the ratio of ABCD to AEFC, ABCD simply you can write the area as 12 into 5, and ratio of triangle AEFC. In AEFC beta, you will see that AC is 13 and the breadth X is, we have just calculated, it is 60 upon 13. So when you will find the ratio, you will find it is 60, it is also 60, and the ratio will be 1 is to 1. Okay, that is means good question. You have this, there is more calculation here in this, so you have to solve it fully. Or but if you just apply the first method that I have told, that if you will just change it and try to just rotate the rectangle ABCD, this rectangle, it will surely just going to overlap that, and from there you can directly tell the answer will be 1:1. Now let's move to the 48th question. Here you have to check all the statements and tell which of them are true or false, right? So just check the first question. If the ratio of three numbers is this and the sum of their square is this, then the sum of the numbers is 60. Okay, so we know that the ratio of, if the numbers are given in particular ratio, so we have to always assume the like, let the numbers be 3x comma 4x and 5x, right? If in ratios are given, you have to assume like the numbers like that. Now it is given the sum of their squares is this, so you have to find the sum of their squares, that is 3x का whole square plus 4x का whole square plus 5x का whole square, it is equal to 1250, right? 3x का square means 9x square, 4x का square means 16x square, 5x का square means 25x square, it will be equal to 1250. Now when you will add 16 plus 9, it will be 25. 25 plus 25, it will be 50. X square will be equal to 1250. Now when you will solve x square, 0 will be cancelled out with 0 and you will get 25. So the value of x is 5, right? Now x is 5, so we can find the numbers. The numbers will become 15. 3 5s are 15, 4 5s are 20, and 5 5s are 25. So our numbers will be these. Now it is said, then the sum of the numbers is 60. Okay, let's find their sum. Their sum will be 15 plus 20 plus 25. 15 plus 25, it will be 40, plus 20, it will be 60. So option A is true, right? Now you will see with the options, so either B or C will be the option, right? Now you can see in B and C option, both the second options are false and false, so no need to check, because in both B and C it is C. And similarly the fourth option, if you will see, again there is true and true, so only check for the third option. If any one of you qualify, you can just eliminate the other option, right? So let's check the option 3, what is given. And if I'll tell you the option two, but in paper you will be only checking the first and third option. Second and fourth are both are mean the same, so no need to check. But let's check the second. Decrease percent is decreased value upon original value, right? Not new value. It will be original value what you have taken. That's why this statement is false. Now let's check the third statement. If an article is sold for rupees P after giving a discount of Q%, then its marked price is this. Okay. So let's see, means there will be any marked price for any of the article, right? So it is said, if an article is sold for rupees after giving a discount of Q%, then its marked price will be. So let's assume that the marked price of the article will be X. Marked price means the list price, on which means like a tag is given when you buy a cloth, there is a MRP tag, so that is the marked price or the list price. Now it is said, after giving a discount of Q%, right? When you will give a discount of Q% on the X rupees, what will be the selling price? Because if suppose so 100 rupees is the mark price and you give 10% discount, so you will sell the article, yeah, cloth at 90 rupees. So let's find the discount first. Discount is Q% on X rupees, so Q% of X will be equal to Q into X upon 100, that you can write as QX upon 100. This is the amount of discount that is given. So this is the mark price, that is the discount you have given on that. So what will be the selling price for that article? It will be X minus QX upon 100, right? Yes or no? Now it is said that if an article is sold for rupees P, means the selling price is that. So according to the question, we just have to compare both of them, that this selling price will be equal to P rupees. Now since you have assumed the marked price X, so therefore you have to eliminate that. You have to eliminate the value of X. So you can take X common, it will become 1 minus Q upon 100 is equal to P. Now if you will further solve, you can write, take LCM 100, it will become 100 minus Q upon 100, and that is equal to P. Now if you will solve the value of X, you will be getting as 100 P upon 100 minus Q. I have cross multiplied and got my answer as this. So you can see this is equal to that. So this is the correct option. So third option is also true. So this is our correct answer. Option B is correct, right? Now let's move to the next question, and this is 49th question based on probability. Here you can see, if 7 slips of a paper are labeled like this, 1 2 3 4 5, 5 is not there, and therefore it is gone to 8. There are 7 slips numbered from 1 to 8, okay, and 5 is not there. One slip is drawn out of it, then what is the probability that it is a 7? Okay, so now you can see the favorable outcome here is, okay, favorable outcome, if I write, it is 7. So to find a probability, what is the formula? Probability of any event is number of favorable outcome, right? Number of favorable outcome upon total number of outcomes. Okay, so you can see there is only one favorable outcome, so the number of favorable outcomes will be 1, and the total number of total number of outcomes, you can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. There are total 7 outcomes, so the probability of the first event is 1 by 7. Okay, in all of the option 1 by 7 is there. Now let's move to the another section. You have to find the probability of the event when the number is are greater than 4. So what will be the favorable outcome here? The favorable outcomes greater than 4 will be either 6 will come, 7 will come, or 8 come. But for finding the probability, you have to concentrate on number of favorable outcomes. So you can count how many favorable outcomes are there. There are 3 favorable outcomes, right? So 3 favorable outcomes are 3, and total number of outcomes there are 7. So 7 slips are there, so 7 will be the answer. So 3 upon 7. Now you can see either A will be correct or B. So now we'll move to the third part. It is an odd number. So you can see what are the favorable outcomes. So favorable outcomes are odd numbers. So 1 will be, 3 will be, and 7 will be. Okay. There are no more odd numbers. So you can see there are three favorable outcomes will become 1, either 3 or 7. But and the number of favorable outcomes will become 3 because there are three outcomes, 1 2 3. And in writing the probability, we have to concentrate on the number of favorable outcomes, that is 3, and the total number of outcomes, you can say 7. So option B will be the correct answer. Let's move to the last question. It is of exponent. So you can see it is the exponent question, so we have to remember all the formulas of exponent. These are the formulas, some basic formulas, that if they have the same basis, a to the power m into a to the power n, it will become a to the power m in plus n. The third one is a to the power n into b to the power n, where the exponents are same, powers are same, and the bases are different, so the bases are multiplied each other and there is a common power. One or more important formula is there, and which is a to the power m to the power n will become a to the power m into n. Means if there is exponent over exponent, it will get multiplied, right? So let's solve it here. The first question, you have to just match the following. So the first question here it is. Now you can see, if you remember, it is the power of 3 to the power 5, right? 3 to the power 5, when you will do, it will be come as 243, right? Because 3 ka square 9 and 3 ka power 4 is 81, and when you will multiply 81 by 3, you will get 243. So it is 243, you can write as 3 ki power 5. You can learn that also. So when you will write 243, you can write 3 to the power 5, and power again 0.13 is there. Multiplied by 243, I will again write it as 3 to the power 5, and the power is 0.07. Okay. In the denominator, it is 7 ki power 0.25, and here 49 you can write as 7 ka square ki power 0.075. And the third one is, you can write it is the cube of 7. When you will multiply 49 by 7, you will get 344 343. So you can write 7 ka cube ki power 0.2. Now I will just solve with this formula, that a power m ki power n is equal to a to the power m into n, means the powers will get multiplied. So 0.3 into 5, you will get 0.65. This side 5 into 0.7, you will get 0.35, so it will become 0.35 here. Similarly, in the denominator, it is 0.25 into, when you will multiply 2 with 0.075, you will get 7 to the power 0.150, or just write 0.15, right? And this 7 power 3 power 0.2, you will get 7 power 0.6. Now with these formulas, because the bases are same, so we will apply this formula, and it will become 3 to the power 0.65 plus 0.35, and in the denominator it will become 0.25 plus 0.15 plus 0.6. Okay, now when you will solve further, you will find 0.65 plus 0.35 is equal to 1, and this 0.25 plus 0.14 it will become 0.4, and plus 0.6 again it will become 1. So you can write it as 3 upon 7 power 1. Now when you will compare it with 3 upon 7 to the power x, you will find that the value of x is 1 here. So P will be matched with second option. Okay. So there are two options, either B and D. Now what we will see, we will just check. You need not to check the fourth option because in B and D both are same. Okay. Now, if I will check any one of these, if any I check either Q or R, you will find the answer. So let's check the option Q. What is that? It is, let me erase that first all, right? The formula was a to the power m to the power n is equal to a to the power m into n. Okay, so let's check this formula. 256 की power 0.16 multiplied by 256 की power 0.09 is equal to 2 to the power x. Now you can see 256 is 2 to the power 8. Okay, because 2 to the power of 6, if you know, it is 64, and you will multiply again by 2, it will become 128, again multiply by 2, it will become 256. So 2 power 8 is equal to 256. You can remember that. You can also remember 2 to power 10 is equal to 1024. So you need to remember some of the exponential number also. This is very important. Now if you know 2 to power 10 124, so when you will divide by 2 it is 512, and again divide by 2 it is 256. Means when you divide by 4, which is 2 power 8, it will be 256. So we will write it as 2 to the power 8 and power 0.16. It is also written 2 to the power 8 and 0.01. But you can do one more thing here. You can first apply that formula. Which formula? You can apply the first formula with the same base, so you will get that 256 is the same common base. A powers are different, so they will get added up. It will become 0.16 plus 0.09 is equal to 2 to the power x, and you can write it as 0.16 plus 0.25 is equal to 2 to the power x. Now you can write 2 to the power 8 for 256 and into 0.25. So you can say a to the power m into n will become a to the power m into n, that is 8 into 0.25 will be equal to 2 to the power x. Now when you will solve 25 8s are 200 and 2 decimals, so you will get 2. So you will compare with 2 to the power x. Now you can get the value of x as 2 here. So you can see q is will be equal to the third option. So a is was x equal to 1, a for second and q for third. So option b will be definitely correct. Now but let's solve the first and fourth also quickly. But we got to know that option B is the correct answer. Let's solve the third one quickly. If you will see, it is written 2 ki power x minus 1 into 4 ki power into, it is that 4 ki power 2x plus 1 upon 8 ki power x minus 1 is equal to 32. So you can say 2 ki power x minus 1, we will write it like that. 4 just change into the base of 2, so you can write 2 ka square ki power 2x plus 1. And similarly in the denominator you can write for 2 ki power 3 ki power x minus 1. For 8 I have written 2 ki power 3, and 32 you can write, for 32 you can write 2 to the power 5. Okay, now when you will solve, you will find 2 ki power x minus 1 multiplied by this will become a, powers are there, so they will get multiplied. You can write 2 ki power 4x plus 2, because 2x plus 1 on multiplication by 2 you will get 4x plus 2, and in the denominator you will find 2 to the power 3x minus 3, it is equal to 2 to the power 5. Now bases are same, so the powers will get added up. So x minus 1 plus 4x plus 2, you will get 2 ki power 5x plus 1. In the denominator it is 2 ki power 3x minus 3, and you will have to compare with 2 ki power 5. Now we also have to remember this formula, a to the power m upon a to the power n equal to a to the power m minus 1. Means when the bases are same and divided, so their powers will get subtract with each other. So you can write 5x plus 1 minus 3x plus 3, it will become, when you will subtract minus 3x and this minus will become plus 3 equal to 2 ki power 5. Now when you will solve 5x minus 3x 2x, 1 plus 3 it will be 4 and is equal to 2 ki power 5. Now just compare both of them and you will get the value of x here. So you will have to compare their power. 2x plus 4 is equal to 5. So 2x you will get as 1. X is equal to 1 by 2. So the third option will be option first. Now let's check the last one. It is this. You can see 3 की power x, when you will take common it will become 1 and it will become 3 to the power minus 1. 3 की power x, when you will take common, it is written 3 की power x upon 3. So 1 upon 3 will be common, or 3 की power minus 1 will be common. It is equal to 54. When you will solve it here, 1 minus 3 की power minus 1, 1 upon 3 is equal to 54, right? And 3, if I will write it here, 3 की power x, 1 minus 1 by 3, you will get 2 upon 3 is equal to 54. When you will solve it further, let me solve it here. Okay, you will see 3 की power x, 2 upon 3, when you will take that side it will come as 3 upon 2, it will become 27. 3 की power x is equal to 27, 3 is 81, that we can write as 3 की power 4. So the value of x is 4 here. So fourth is the fourth option. So option B is all correct, right? I hope you have enjoyed the lecture, and in the upcoming video I will be solving the section 1, that is logical reasoning. So if you like my video, just please share, subscribe and comment. Also in the next video we'll be solving the section 1, which is logical reasoning. Okay, we'll be solving all the 15 questions there. So if you like my video, please like and subscribe the channel, because I will be updating the all of the papers related to the Olympiad here.